you got your bling bling. You dripping out there. Got skillful.
They call me Drip Bayless.
Yo, they know what they call you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they call you.
That. Yeah, that's what they call me on Twitter. I don't know.
You Drip Bayless now.
Follow anybody.
Oh, so I guess now you want Lil Weezy to get you with the guy Drip Bayless on there.
He just texted me that we look good.
Yeah.
Thanks to him.
So
Thanks,
do you want another chain with Drip on it? Instead of Skip, you want to say Drip.
This is all I need.
Okay.
I'm good.
You may remember that moment from a couple of weeks ago, the origination of Drip Bayless, which took over the internet for the entire weekend and took Skip's street cred to new levels. Are you filming this
I'm
right?
filming
Joining
Drip
us
now.
now live in studio with a little surprise, the one and only Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, and you just don't stop as you just don't quit. Don't stop, don't quit, get a grip. Big Snoop Dogg coming through with the drip. Skip Bayless, Shannon don't understand it. And let me drop it, don't pop it and stop it, cause you know I got the topic to talk about, no doubt. Hitting you with the drip, Snoop Dogg's in the house.
Wow! Well done.
Thank you.
Lovely.
That was amazing.
You did?
Thank you.
I dig.
What are these?
Look at this.
Drip Bayless, baby.
Look at this.
Got you some
Unbelievable.
shirts. Drip. Yeah, we're going mass production on those right now.
You know what? I think I should just walk off this set and call it a day. I have reached the pinnacle. I have been immortalized by the immortal one, Snoop.
You earned that,
Thank
Skip.
you.
Drip
Thank
me,
you.
earned that,
I'm
Drip.
honored beyond honored. And it all started thanks to our man Lil Wayne, because he gave us all these. I only wear mine on Friday.
That's cold.
But you got one and you got one.
I wear
Thank
mine
you,
every day.
Wayne.
Oh, Drip Bayless. Look at you.
I'm done. I have arrived.
Okay, thank you for that
Thank
lovely
you.
performance. Now
Much
Skip is going to
appreciated.
be feeling real confident. Should we get to the game last night?
Yeah, how about it?
Obviously,
Why
we've
not?
got to talk
Hey.
about your guys. How much hope did last night give you
Hey.
with your
That was a 40 ounce
Steelers?
of hope. That was a 40 ounce of hope right there, baby.
I agree.
And I'm going to tell you, my defense looked amazing last night. I know it was the Bengals. You know, hey, it ain't my fault. They looked good out there. They was flying around, making plays. I mean, they was active, and I love that. And I like the offense, too. I like the way Mason and Rudolph was moving around. I like the way that we put in the Wildcat and just threw you off a little bit to give you something to think about by having our backs be elusive and, you know, giving you a little bit more than the usual.
I've been trying to tell this man, Devin Bush is a blue blood stud.
He's a monster.
Stole him in the first round. His daddy played with Derek Brooks at Florida State, and he's a great kid, and he's going to be a great football player. You could see what was happening.
He got a lot of motor.
He's got a lot of motor and a lot of impact with that motor.
I mean, you proud of that last night. You saw what Cincinnati put on.
But I said that earlier. You heard what I said. It ain't my fault. I can't coach my team and your team.
But moving forward,
Right.
how do you feel about the Steelers moving forward?
I think the game versus the Ravens is going to really show us what we're about.
This Sunday.
And I'm glad that it's happening right now.
Yep.
Because it's the bounce back. If we really want it, we got to go take it right now. They just lost, we just won. So we both at a standstill right now. But I think we're going to come through.
What did you see from Mason Rudolph? Because I will say this. I saw him throw 16 balls to his two backs, and they caught all 16 of them, and that was kind of the whole offense.
I like the way he's, like, they working him into it.
Yep.
You know, he could throw that thing down the field.
He can.
But they was like, you know what, they expecting that. Let's take what they give us. Let's move the ball up the field. Let's get some points, and let's get us a victory. The most important thing is getting a victory right now because we can't be 0-4. There's Owen Wilson, Jesse Owens, 0-1, 0-2. We can't be 0-4.
Good.
But you, at some point in time, you're going to have to get Juju involved.
Got to.
And Juju is finding out what it's like to be the number one, the guy that everybody builds their defense to try and stop.
Right. I think he'll adjust because Juju's a great kid. His spirit is right.
Right.
And by the way, you helped raise him as a football player.
Definitely,
Wow.
with credit to his mother and,
Yeah.
his family and the great coaches. But like I say, he's a great kid. His spirit is right. Your spirit has to be right if you're on a football team, first and foremost, because you could be replaced at any time.
Right.
And when you see somebody making plays, you're
gotta
supposed
be
to
happy for him.
Exactly. And I seen that when the guy did make a play, he went over there and talked to him. He got him
did.
right. But when he did make a play, he went over there and celebrated with him. Like, that's a spirited move right there. He's not jealous and he's not envious. It's a team sport.
How old was he when you got him first to coach him?
Man, he started in my league when he was about 9, 10 years old. We took him to Miami to a game, and he wasn't even a star. It was another kid that was a star, but he showed up that game, and We knew he had something.
John Ross was also in your league.
John Ross was a bad. Now, he was a monster. He was fun to coach.
Always that fast?
Always the fastest. They used to check his birth certificate.
I mean, for real.
Oh yeah, like, oh man, that kid is not 10 years old. Yes, he is.
So how much have you missed Antonio Brown in that offense?
I'm not gonna lie, I missed him big plays. I really do, because AB could get it. He could get it. But at the same time, I want AB to get some help. And I'm going to say that because I mean it. I want AB to get some mental help, to get him some real help to go see somebody. Just because I feel like he need that. And ain't nothing wrong with it. We in the black community sometimes feel like getting help is a bad thing. But I think it's a good thing. And I think that he's the perfect example. And if you look at Brandon Marshall, somebody who had mental issues, and how he cleaned this thing up, and how strong he looks talking on television, like, it can happen. And I just want to see that happen for AB because I'm a friend of AB, and I want to see him get his mind back right before he get his football skills back.
Have you been able to offer that advice to him?
Hopefully he's watching right now.
No, hopefully he is. Shannon has also suggested.
Yeah, it's just, the thing is, Snoop, and you can attest to this, when you get guys and guys surround themselves with people tell them that everything they do is right, that nothing they do is wrong, it's hard for them to hear anything else because when they're on your payroll, if I were to tell you, Snoop, you wrong,
I'm going to stop paying you.
Exactly. I can't have that.
Now your job is in jeopardy with your emotions on telling me the truth.
Right.
And those are yes men.
Right.
So what you want to do is surround yourself with people that are better than you. That's what I was told. Like, I want to be the dumbest. I want to be the weakest whenever I'm around 10 people. Because if I am, oh, my God, it's going to be a great ending because there's people around me that's better than me. I don't want to be the best in every situation that I'm in. Yeah, I want to be the best wide receiver, but outside of football, I need the best people in my life to make sure that I'm living my best life. Right.
So Ben Roethlisberger says he wants to come back next year and come back strong. And what do you expect? How much would he have left in that tank?
I mean, I look at Tom Brady. I look at Breeze, Rivers, Manning. I look at a lot of guys that's old. Some guys age differently. Some guys age like fine wine. Ben took a lot of hits. And that line, I don't know if the line can hold him up the way he used to be moving around taking those hits, but the way Rudolph is moving around, Randolph is moving around. What's his last name?
Rudolph.
I got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The way he moving around is a little bit different. It reminds you of how Ben used to be.
True. Right.
And the game is speeding up. Them dudes on the other side is a little bit faster now. They fast as us on this side
and
now.
Pittsburgh said he's a little bit cheaper.
Oh, he is?
Rudolph, at the end of the day, it's about cost. It's about production and cost.
We ain't paying nobody.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Now, Ben gonna find out the hard truth about the Steelers organization. When it's time to get that money, we don't pay nobody.
This was a critical year for Mike Tomlin. We're both big fans of his, but the defense has suffered over the last 4 or 5 years and not been up to his standards, and he is the overseer of that defense. Do you see?
His neck on the line. We can't even front. I mean, it's the elephant in the room. His neck is on the line, but he knows that because he's a great coach. He knows what's before him. But you can only do so much. You got to have your staff and then the players. To me, some of the staffing wasn't right. Like, he made bad decisions on picking OCs, DCs. Like, come on, man. Like, and you can see the play calling when you get into the crucial situations. Like, what I love about football is I love how Belichick's defense ain't playing no games, and how the Chiefs' offensive coordinator ain't playing no games. That intensity has to be in your spirit of your coaching. I need to get points when I got the ball. I need to stop people when we on defense. If your defensive coordinator ain't pushing that spirit, your players don't play like that.
So speaking of Belichick, what are you seeing from Tom Brady so far this year?
He can do it again because he got help. And he's smart. He's a genius. Like, he knows that this is the game where we don't run. This is the game where we must pass. This is the game where we have to run. This is the game where I must involve my backs. This is the game where I got to involve the speedy guy. He's smart. He's a genius. And I'm watching him on Instagram after the games. He on Instagram now. Oh, we 3-0 now. And
yeah, you see that? You saw that? Talk to him, Snoop.
Tom got swag now. Don't get it.
Skip.
Please, believe it. He is a different monster
Has he
now.
earned a little swag?
No. You say you don't want your athletes on Instagram. That's what you
he's on there after every game.
After the game.
High definition.
I know.
His ain't regular. He ain't got no regular phone. His phone got, like, high definition.
Yeah, he got a real camera.
Edited.
He got a real camera.
He can be a little lame, a little cliche.
Yeah.
A little corny.
Tom.
Yeah, a
It's
little
fine.
corny.
Not on the
I'm
field.
okay
Ain't
with
nothing
it.
corny about them championship rings.
That's correct.
Man, that trumps everything.
Yeah.
But you see Coach Belichick, I've always felt that Coach Belichick didn't get the credit he deserves because his defenses end up being outstanding. They keep all them yards. You don't win games with yards. You win games with points.
Right.
And when that rubber needs to meet the road, more times than not, in crucial situations, his defense is going to keep you out of the end zone. If they need to keep you out of the end zone, you're going to get kept out of the end zone. If they need to keep you out of field goal range, you get kept out of the field goal range.
Look what happened with Buffalo. They was in the red zone. In the red zone, finna take the lead or something, and all of a sudden they just start going backwards. I'm like, uh-oh. The curse of Belichick. They just be in the right positions. Like, they in the DBs getting picks here and there, and like...
We could have taken the overtime if we playing quarterback in Buffalo.
Right. Real talk.
Because...
There's also some real talk that Belichick's defense gave up 41 in the Super Bowl to Nick Foles. To Nick Foles.
They was different, though. The Eagles was different. They had Alshon Jeffries.
Yeah, they did.
And
Yeah.
But
then they had Blunt, too.
Snoop.
Wasn't Blunt on their team?
Yeah, Blunt.
Blunt
energized. But don't let him fool you. See, he take an isolated situation.
One game?
He take one game.
The game?
But what about the Rams that scored 3 points?
Yeah, what happened to that high-powered offense?
Maybe that's
I was expecting way more than that.
Yeah. or when he shut out in the Super Bowl, the Falcons didn't score a point in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
The Legion of Boom didn't score a point in the fourth quarter. Or the Jags only scored 3 points in the fourth quarter. See, he won't mention that. But he just want to talk about the one time or the first Super Bowl they won. The Rams with the MVP.
All time.
I'm going to give you something better than that. Since I've been a Steelers fan, I don't think we ever beat Belichick. And I'm being honest with you. I'm talking about it's been games where
Definitely not the playoff you had.
No, definitely not that. I'm just saying in general, like, if we do win and he's injured or this happened, or we just don't know how to beat him.
Okay, give me just a quick thought on my Dallas Cowboys. Make me feel a little better about what I saw Sunday night.
Don't make him feel better.
I don't know how y'all lost without Breeze being there. First. I lost money on y'all.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. I went with y'all, and I don't normally bet, but I was a betting man that night. And it just shocked me that,
Thank you for your
that
support.
Zeke couldn't get off.
He couldn't get off.
The receivers,
And you know if Zeke can't get off, Dak can't get off. You know that's Snoop.
that can't be.
You need to get off that.
Yeah.
It gotta be. If I don't, I will.
Oh.
It gotta be complimentary. That's what it has to be.
Next question.
I feel like my next question, Snoop, you're the busiest guy in the business. Can you tell us about your new show, NFL The Grind?
Oh, NFL The Grind. I did a show with the NFL people just to get some conversations going with some of the athletes because I got a great relationship with them, and it's things that we talk about that are other than football. They're off-field, things that they like to do, nonprofit, and things that they want to do as far as giving back to the community because a lot of times you don't really see these players without their helmets off, and you just see them on the field. You just get one, exactly what they are. You don't know what they're really about. So I was able to do a show where I could get in there and see what this person is about, how he gets down, how he prepares for the game, what he does different before the game, after the game. It's just a beautiful show where me and the athletes can get a chance to, incite with each other.
Very
You are
cool.
so busy.
Love
I don't know how you have time to do it all.
I love football. I really want a job like this, but nobody will hire me.
Snoop, you're welcome anytime. We are going to have you stick around because we have to talk about that other team that's on your generation.
playoff
that
team?
team.
Yeah, the playoff team.
Yeah, I feel like we got to go LeBron next.
Why not? AD is on the way.
Stay with us. We'll be right back with more. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.